Hey everyone, hope you're well. Today I'm talking specifically to single people. I've had quite a lot of people get in touch with me over the last 2 to 3 months, that they're on their own, they're alone, and especially under lockdown, where do they go in terms of finding a partner? But before you can go and find a partner, you have to do a bit of work first, in terms of self-work. And the first question that you need to ask yourself is, why do you want to be in a relationship? A lot of the time, people get into relationships for all the wrong reasons because they haven't really sat down and thought about this. So are you wanting to get into a relationship because you're lonely? Are you wanting to get into a relationship because all your friends are in relationships and you're the only single person? Let's be honest, it's not fun being invited to group gatherings and braais and stuff like that, and you're the only single person there, right? Feels a bit like a spare wheel. Or do you feel that your clock is ticking and that time is passing by and you want to start a family, and because of that reason you want to get into a relationship? So you need to be very clear on why you want to get into a relationship, and are you getting into a relationship for all the right reasons? The next question that you need to ask yourself is, are you ready to be in a relationship? And this is often where things can go wrong in a relationship. People go into a relationship but still with a single mindset, and they conduct themselves as if they are still a single person. And what I mean by this is, are you really ready to share your space with someone else? It's easy to be in a relationship, but it takes work to create the us, the we, and the ours, as well as retain your sense of individuality. So there's the individuality, and then there's the coming together and creating the us, the we, and the ours. And this is where you need to really be sure that you're ready to have someone in your space. You're ready to share your space with someone. You're ready to share decisions. You're ready to take someone into consideration when making decisions. You are ready to be there and attend to someone else's needs other than your own. And often people go into a relationship, but over time, as the relationship starts developing and you start spending more and more time together, people realize that they're actually not ready to share their space, and they get frustrated and irritated when someone is constantly in their space. So you need to be sure that you're ready to share your space with someone. And this may mean that sometimes you have to give up some time to make time with your partner. You potentially have to give up some of the things that you were doing, so some of your interests or your hobbies, and create new interests and hobbies that work for both of you, where both of you can participate in them. So I'm not saying give up everything. I'm just saying you may need to give up some things in order to get what you want, which is being in a relationship and having somebody share your life with you. And then the next thing that you need to do is you need to look at what is it that you are looking for in a relationship and a partner. And what kind of person in life do you envisage for yourself? Do you see yourself sharing and living with that person? And this is where you need to do some deeper work in terms of what value system do they need to subscribe to? What belief system? Spirituality, career aspirations. If you're the kind of person that is very driven and ambitious, you're going to want to have a partner that is going to support you with climbing the corporate ladder. Or someone that is going to support your career aspirations and you are going to support their career aspirations. Do they want a family? This can be a big deal breaker in relationships. If you don't want children, you need to find that out right up front in the beginning. There's no point getting into a relationship and down the line finding out that either the person did or didn't want children, and it's a very important thing to you. So you need to understand what your relationship deal breakers are. You also need to look at things like your strengths and what are you bringing to the table? What is your value that you can offer somebody else? Because often we'll go out there looking for that perfect person, but we don't stop to think, how can I be the perfect person for that person? How do I make a good partner? What do I bring to the table? And how am I going to co-create the relationship space? Because it takes two people to create a relationship and to build a relationship and to grow a relationship. And so if you really want to be in a relationship, you need to make sure that you really are ready to step into that relationship space and allow someone into your space, because you are both equally accountable and responsible for co-creating that relationship space and your relationship, and building a strong foundation that over time you can withstand anything because your relationship is strong and it's solid. So I hope those tips have helped you. If you want to, go to my website, scroll down to the bottom of the homepage where it says free resources, and you can download my perfect partner template. And you can sit down and you can do some of this work for yourself to make sure that you are right in the right space, in the right mindset to accept someone into your space and for you to step into someone else's space.